It's January 1st, 2024, and I am blessed to be able to be out here on the first day of the year riding my 2023 Norco Fluid FS A2 that I purchased last year, like in March. So I'm coming up on a year. Yeah, there you go. I did buy an e-bike, but that's a whole different story. Today we're going to talk about the Norco Fluid FS A2. I suppose I could have brought out the e-bike, but there's just something, I don't know, pretty special about riding a regular bike. Three things on why I initially bought this bike were the price, $3,149 US. The geometry, it's a trail bike, but you know, with that enduro geometry, it's just, it makes it super capable of just slaying dragons. And then the third thing was just the overall build. The bike came relatively okay, I guess, for an entry-level, you know, capable trail bike. And so let me just talk about that. The fork that it came with was a Marzocchi Z2. I sold that fork for $250. I replaced it, obviously, now with this Lyric, which I paid $500, which is a steal. I just added another $250 on top of the $3149. The coil here, the DVO Jade X, I bought that one for $300, I want to say $325, and I sold the stock shock, which was a Float X, for $250. So maybe I added, you know, an additional $50 there. So now I'm at $300 on top of the $3149. The wheel set was okay. I didn't have to replace it, but I did. I got a good deal on the Carbon Industry 9s with Hydra hubs, $900, and that's how much the bike is. It's priced at, valued at right now, which I think it's a steal, right? You can definitely have a very, very capable bike in terms of geometry and components at that price level. The price is definitely a reason on why I decided to buy the bike, and again, it's a reason on why I'm still sticking with it, because even if I wanted to sell it, I'm just not gonna get what the bike is worth, and that's not a fault of anyone other than just the economy, right? There were two occasions this year at which times I almost ended up getting rid of the bike. Just so smooth. Incredible. Rock gardens are they just disappear underneath this bike. I borrowed this bike. It's my friend's bike. This would be the setup that I would have. TRP DHR Evo brakes. Love the 38, especially this orange. 1-up bars, Vertex stem, wolf tooth dropper lever, and Kashima coated Fox transfer. The float is working, the X2 I should say, it's working really well. I actually owned a YT Capra, which I really like that bike. It was amazing on the way down, but it just not necessarily capable. It's more intended for just going down. I like to climb, I like to enjoy the climbs, and the Capra was not giving me that. I think it gets techy here. Almost got stuck there. For the trails that I ride and the type of riding that I do, this one came out on top, at least in that comparison. And then I ended up demoing the Commenso Meta V5. I actually had the opportunity to have that bike for 3 weeks and ride it, and did a review on it. You can check it out later. And I'm tempted to swap out frames. It's a great bike. So I might end up doing that. I might end up going to the V5, mainly because the V5 shares the same geometry, and that virtual contact system is definitely a lot more plush, better, I would say, through the mid stroke. And so I felt a lot more comfortable on the Meta V5, more so than I do on this one. The Fluid can take it and I feel good on it, but I definitely get a lot more feedback versus the Meta V5, which equally efficient on the way up as it is on the way down. It just checks a lot more of the boxes, but it is a little bit more pricier. I may end up doing that. So the bike is stock 140 mils of travel in the front. I overforked it to 160. The shock is supposed to be 130 in the rear. I overstroked it as well, so it's probably around 143, 145. So 145, 160 versus the stock 130, 140. Now, why did I overfork it and overstroke it? I started with the rear. It was just there for the taking. Gives you a little bit more travel while still maintaining enough clearance. And I've been riding it like this, oh my goodness, for quite a few months now, so no issues with it. It does slacken the head tube angle a little bit more. Stock is 65. I'm guessing it's 64.5 now. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope that it added value to you and it was worth your time. If it was, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. There's more content coming this year. But yeah, Happy New Year, and until next time, ride your own ride. God bless.